guys, it's Jessica, and today we're going to get ready together. So grab your coffee, grab your tea. I've got my water here, and let's try some products. So some of these products are brand new to me that I'm trying out for the first time. Some of these are products I've been trying for a few weeks, so I've kind of got my feelings about them kind of sorted out. So the foundation I'm gonna be putting on today is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. You guys know I'm always upfront with you when I'm being sponsored, and this video is sponsored by Clinique. I've been trying this and a concealer of theirs out for a few weeks now, and I really like it. Now, I tried this foundation a while ago, but I couldn't quite get my shade right. This is in the shade 0.5 Breeze. They've got 27 shades, and I love the doe foot applicator. It makes it so easy to just throw onto your face without getting your fingers messy, and I like to blend it with a sponge. Do you guys see that coverage? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you see the coverage? And yet it doesn't feel cakey or heavy. It's just really lightweight for the coverage. It doesn't really make any sense. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Every time I put it on, I'm like floored even more. The true test is my nose is always so red. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's exciting to see it in this lighting too, because I'm used to seeing it, you know, either in daylight and it looks so nice, but seeing it in my own filming lighting, it looks nice this way too. And that is like the true test, because sometimes foundations can look good in real life and look terrible on camera. This looks good both ways. You can go to any Clinique location and they'll give you a 10-day supply of the foundation, so you can get your shade and you can try it out and see how much you'll love it too. This foundation is $29, which when I compare that with other more high-end brands that are like $40, $50, this performs better and it's cheaper than those. So this has just been such an exciting find for me. And then the concealer I wanted to share with you guys today is their Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. It's got 24-hour wear and it's a squeezy tube. I have it in the shade Very Fair 02. So the way I like to apply it is just get a little bit on, tap it between my fingers, and then just kind of apply. You don't need a lot. That was like a tiny amount, and you'll see how much it spreads out. I mean, this concealer is gonna last me forever. Look at how brightening, look at the coverage. And what I love about this is it really doesn't crease a lot, and that's hard to find. For me, I've got fine lines that just won't quit, and I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of you guys do too, because you guys ask about that. And this is something that I don't feel like I need to set. And my favorite way to apply this is obviously with a sponge. I just feel like it spreads it really nicely. Any sponge you like. You can also blend it with your fingers if you prefer. I've tried it that way as well, and it works just fine. It comes in 18 shades. They also have an apricot shade for dark circles, which I'm really interested in trying. I feel like this stuff doesn't move, and so this is one of those things that has quickly rose through the ranks in my concealers, because I don't feel like I need to set it if I'm in a hurry and I'm tired. I mean, right now I'm pregnant and I'm getting up early for work still, and you know, so I'm tired. I've got dark circles to cover. Sometimes I have bags to cover, and this does a great job of really brightening the area, but it stays all day with no powder needed, and I love that. So if you're interested in trying either one of those products out, I will put a link below for them if you want to check them out. All right, so I threw my favorite eye pencil, my brow pencil, on the Hourglass Arch Pencil in Ash, but I did want to try out this gel from Kokie. It's their eyebrow gel in clear. Like a brow mascara. So really, I don't feel like I need a lot of control for my brows. Like, I keep them cut so they don't, you know, I don't think they ever, oh crap, they don't really look unruly. However, this is really like messing with, like, it's pulling the color through, but not like in a good way. Now I've got like patches that I feel like I need to fix, and I've not ever experienced that with a clear brow gel, but it did fine on this one. So I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, like it's literally taking my eyebrow pencil color and balling it up. Oh, so I can go ahead and say I really am not liking this. This is the first time I've experienced that, and I've used a lot of clear brow gels with this particular pencil, and I've never had that problem. So I don't feel like it's the pencil. So I'll have to try it one more time with, with a different brow pencil and see if it does the same thing, or maybe I'll try it with a pomade. And I'm gonna try this Pixi and Weylie. Pixi recently sent these. It's their, a bunch of different collabs, but this is the eyeshadow palette in Let's Talk Eyes. It looks really pretty, like really pretty. The swatches are gorgeous, but I'm excited to see how it truly wears on the eyes. So I'm gonna start with this kind of medium brown and just kind of, so I'm trying it with and without a primer. I always like to see how do shadows look without it. This is a Catrice primer that I'm talking about for another video today, the Prime and Fine Brightening eyeshadow base. And so I'm always curious with how it looks on top of something like that. And I'm just throwing some Wet n Wild Brûlée on top because it always sets it really nicely. And I'm even gonna kind of throw that on top of what I've already applied, because as I started to apply it, I realized, you know what, it's sticking in certain areas, and I don't want to assume that's the fault of the actual shadow. So now that we're a little more evened out, I know you guys, I'm sure the scientists out there are like, Jessica, you have too many variables going on. I know. So yeah, it's blending a lot better now that I'm doing it my kind of traditional route. So I'm just throwing this into the crease. I tend to really like Pixi eyeshadows. They seem to blend nice. Their mattes are always really nice. Their shimmers are also very nice. Let's throw a little bit more over here. I've said nice so many times. I'm gonna put this shimmer on, this kind of pinkish shimmer. It's so pretty. I'm saying I'm gonna keep this eyeshadow look simple, and then I always end up making it more complicated. It doesn't kick up a ton of powder, but it does kick up a little, but nothing crazy. So I'm gonna take kind of a smaller brush and go back into that medium brown just to kind of clean up the crease, now that I've thrown the shimmer in there. And then I'm gonna take the shimmer, like kind of almond color, and put that on my brow bone. Whoa! Oh. I might have to blend that with maybe my Wet n Wild Brûlée. That packs quite a punch. I knew it did, but sometimes it'll kind of, oh, whoo, that's frosty. That is some Frosty the Snowman stuff right there. I'm just gonna grab. This kind of tones it down. This is that Wet n Wild Brûlée that I love. Kind of blends and tones it down just a tinge, but enough that you can still see it through, because I do like that. It's definitely a look that you either like or you don't. I don't mind it. I think it's nice, but that was a lot. So on my lower lash line, I'm just gonna take a smaller brush, and I'm just gonna use that same brown. We're gonna keep it simple, like I already said. So I wanted to try, before I put liner on, this other product from Wet n Wild. It's one of their, I'm sure this is limited edition. It's their liquid catsuit liquid eyeshadow in the shade Pure Intention. It's just a really glittery, kind of cream shadow, somewhat see-through, but I'm just gonna pat that onto the lid. It's very, very glittery, but it does seem to stick pretty well. I haven't noticed a lot of fallout with this. I've noticed a little bit, but nothing so much that I'm like, oh, it would prevent me from using it. Do I think it's the best creamy liquid type glitter shadow out there? Not necessarily, but do I think it's bad? No. So if you find a shade you're really, you know, fiending for, I'd say go for it. Because it definitely adds a nice shimmer, and it's packs a decent punch. So I'm using, this is newer to me. They recently sent me these. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. It's been years since I've tried one of these. So I wanted to try one again. This is in the shade 0. It's just their standard black. Very, very black, very, very creamy. It reminds me, like, drugstore wise, NYX makes these slide on, glide on eye pencils that feel the same. They really do. And Milani makes one that's really, really good as well. I can link both of those below if you want a cheaper option, because I don't think you need to spend that much on this. Do I think it's nice? Will I use it? Yeah. But do I think you really need to spend this much? Not necessarily. So today I'm gonna try, well, it's very dirty. I've been using this for about a month now, but I realized I hadn't really shown it on camera. I've talked about it a bit on Snapchat, but this is the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. A lot of people are raving about it. I like it. Is it my favorite mascara? No, but do I still really like it? Yeah. There's a reason it's so dirty. I've been using it. So I've already combed through and curled my lashes. I think this does a good job of separating lashes. It definitely blackens them. and it holds a curl pretty well. Do I think it's the most volumizing formula? No, and that's why it'll never be like my favorite, because volume, I think volume and curl are kind of my two number ones with mascara. Holding a curl and then volumizing. So that it kind of lengthens, but again, that's not its strength either. But it doesn't, at least it hasn't yet, it doesn't seem to have a lot of like little black speckles on my cheekbone throughout the day. It doesn't do that to me. Now, I'm sure as it gets older, it will. So there you can see that's one coat. I mean, you guys see me apply mascara like a maniac. I put tons of coats on, but essentially the first coat of it compared to nothing, I mean, it's okay. Okay, so that's the completed eye look. I might take a little bit of one of the shimmer shades and throw it in like the inner corner. I might use that kind of more almond shade right there and just kind of put a little bit there. Just a little bit of brightness. I don't like a lot there for myself. So I've already put on a bronzer. I used my Catrice Sculpt and Glow. I can link below. I've been using this for a long time. I've talked about it a lot, but I love it. So for the blush, I also grabbed another Pixi product. This is the Pixi and Chloe Morello one, and it's got shadows in it, brow products, but I just wanted to try these blushes, but I'll show you in swatches. You can see all of them. I thought that the shadows, they were okay. I think the shadows in this one were better quality. And then the brow powders were just standard brow powders. I didn't find anything wrong with them. But for the blush, I'm gonna use this kind of peachy tone since I've got kind of a little bit of warmth to my eyes, so I'll use a warmer blush. Pretty, isn't it? I like that color. So again, nicely pigmented, nothing too crazy where it's gonna be difficult to apply. Like I find that sleek blushes can be difficult to apply from time to time because they're so pigmented. These are nicely pigmented, but they're usable. So for highlight, I wanted to try this Profusion highlight palette. Now this is the first time I'm actually putting on my face, but I did swatch it for the close-ups, and in the swatches, I was very unimpressed. I really, really was. I was ready to like this. I've tried some other Profusion products and I've liked a lot of them, but this particular highlight palette, I don't know. So I'm gonna use the shade Dreamy here. It's kind of the lightest shade. And let's just see. Actually, that looks nice. See? Don't judge a book by its cover, Jessie girl. It actually does look nice. It's it definitely has a little bit of a punch, but it's nothing crazy. Again, totally my cup of tea. But if you wanted something super wow, I mean, you could probably keep building this up and get it there. I don't feel the need to. I really didn't think I'd like it. I'm kind of blown away. You're seeing my honest like reaction to this. Wow. So color me surprised. I really liked that. Wow. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's got a punch, but it's still kind of like a dimly lit thing too. Ooh. All right, the last thing I wanted to try is this. Okay, so Pop Sugar, if you've heard of the website and stuff, they now have a beauty line. Did they have one before? I feel like it's new. But it's the Beauty by Pop Sugar lip gloss in Be the Boss. This is my first time trying this, and it felt very sticky swatching it. I mean, it's got, you know, a slight amount of color. I feel like I had to keep dipping to get like anything out. I like the color though. Although really I feel like it's just emphasizing my own lip color. I don't know how much it's really changing. It smells good. It smells kind of sweet, like vanilla, which I like. It's like hard to apply. Do you see me like struggling? I mean, you need to dip in a lot. It's a very sticky, thin formula, but I have to admit I like the ending look. So it doesn't feel too sticky on though. This is weird, but I liked it. And I will say when I first got this, I was like, squeezy tube lip gloss, like I'm not a big fan, but then I opened it and I'm like, yes. But But again, you just have to keep going at it over and over again, at least with this shade. Oh, so the shade of this, by the way, is Time After Time. So the last thing I wanted to do, I'm a little nervous to do it because I have to film a lot today, and I'm like, but this is the e.l.f. Active Post-Workout Cool Down Mist. Now, the only reason I'm wanting to try this here is because it said you can use it just to set your makeup. It's not necessarily just for after a workout. And it's been sitting in its packaging unused for a while, and so I wanted to try it. So, wow, the mister seems really nice. I might... Okay, that's a stellar mister. Again, this is one that I'll have to update you. As I do with all of these kinds of videos, I try to do an update video like a month or so from now to let you know how these products, now that I've been using them longer, work. Of course, some of these I had been using for a bit, like the mascara, the foundation and concealer. I'd already used the Urban Decay liner before. But anyway, so, ooh, that one this has a good smell to it as well. So all in all, I feel like these were a lot of good products. Some that really surprised me and some that I'm just gonna have to keep trying out to let you know. But I was excited to support some fellow YouTubers and some of their collabs that have come out. And again, thanks Clinique for sponsoring this video. And if you're interested in any of the products I mentioned, I will have them listed down below for your reference. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.